What's up guys, JayzTwoCents here, and I'm gonna bring you another one of our videos. We always seem to be working on old laptops. Actually, this one's not that old, it's from 2017. But this laptop belongs to my niece. You can tell by the cat, little kitty cat right there. Anyway, she was like, Uncle Jay, my computer won't charge, like the plug's broken. And I'm like, what? She brings it over to me, and literally, the charger port broke off inside the laptop. So we're gonna take this apart today and see if we can't fix it, because she's back in college, and that's what she bought this for. That's why it's only 2 years old, 2017. It's a Dell Inspiron 15. See if we can fix it. The new Pure Base 500 from Be Quiet brings enthusiasts more of what they want at a price that they can afford. Two pre-installed PureWings 2 140mm fans ensure proper case ventilation, while insulation mats ensure quiet operation for the optimal balance of noise to performance. The spacious open layout design means there's plenty of room for airflow, but also plenty of room for custom water cooling loops with radiators up to 360mm in size. To see everything that the new Pure Base 500 has to offer from Be Quiet, click the link in the description below. So here's the charger for it right here. I thought at first that she said it physically broke, like the plug here, which you could have just replaced the charger, or like I thought maybe inside of there, like the prong or something broke, but no, the whole thing is just flopping around in there. So we need to take this apart. And to do that, we've got my trusty iFixit kit. Not a sponsor, my wife actually bought me this kit a couple years ago for Father's Day. And if you guys want to get your very own, then you can check my link in the description below. Very own iFixit kit. I'm not linking to where you can get your very own wife. That's got a lot of local laws and regulations that kind of determine whether or not I can or can't promote that. Unfortunately, we're in one of those states. Well, I guess fortunately, we're in one of those states where I can.
Just stop before you do.
Okay. What I'm double checking here is to make sure there's no sort of like quick release thing, so I don't go taking it all apart like I did last time and then realize it was one screw to pull out the hard drive. What is this? We've done plenty of videos talking about like the quickest way to make your computer feel faster is get off of spinning opticals or spinning hard drives and get yourself on a solid state. And with how inexpensive SATA drives are now, because these are all pretty much SATA at this price range anyway, the fastest way to make your computer feel faster, desktop or laptop, is if you are using some sort of a spinning drive, get off of that. You know what we have to do in these situations? Just start pulling. So this is why the iFixit kits are amazing and why you should totally order your own if you like to work on your own stuff. Even if it's not computers, anything that needs small bits. So these are Spudgers right here. They're designed to get into the cracks and stuff without damaging it. Like if you take a metal flathead screwdriver and start prying, you can damage the plastic and stuff. But they go really thin, so you can just kind of get it into the seam right there and just sort of work it back and forth. And as you can see, it just popped right up right there. And then we can take the other side and then just sort of start kind of lifting it. The iFixit stuff has been a complete game changer. So now you just work your way around, popping off all the stuff, paying attention closely, make sure there's no hidden screws. I've done that before. This is a lot safer than just pulling it, because you can just, it's like a panel popper for a door. See that? Ah, man. I like these types of videos because I'm learning as we go. Like, I've never taken this thing apart. As we get near the hinge here though. Because what could also happen sometimes too is there could be hidden screws underneath the keyboard. So you can have everything facing this way, which also holds down the keyboard. Then the keyboard lifts up and there's a couple screws in the back, like where the hinge is. And that's what I'm a little concerned about right here. And of course, because what I have to get to is in the very back here where the hinge is, I've got to see what's going on in this corner. Because the last thing I want to do is be like, here's your computer back. Oh, sorry, it's also broken more than you gave it to me. But I think we're okay right there. So I'm almost positive that there are some screws. Yep, and there they are. There's the ribbon cables you want to be careful of. And see, there's a screw there, and a screw there, and a screw there. When I had a little bit of flex and I was looking in there, I could see where it was still touching, and it looked like that there was a standoff where a screw would go through. I've now undone every screw that I can visibly see. So I don't know now where we're getting hung up, because it's still hanging up on the same spot. Like it looks like there's like a tunnel, right? Like a screw would go through there. It's right there. I'm gonna take my keyboard back off, and I'm gonna go ahead and undo the ribbon cable for the optical drive, because the last thing we want to do is rip that. This purple cable right here is the optical drive because it's going to the back right there. This is also where you can take your little spudger, you lift up on the clamp that holds it down. That's just a little lever. It's where the Kensington lock is right there. Hold on.
Oh.
Can you cut that to make me less stupid? So all of that to get to this, and you can see how it like, so what I'm kind of inclined to do right now is just get this to line up and just hot glue the crap out of it behind it. Hold it like that, put some glue in there and then squish it, and then fill in all this void behind it so it can't push back. That's my idea here. As much as I want to just run out and buy a new laptop, this one's fine. She could probably use the memory upgrade. It's only got 4 gigabytes. Unfortunately, the only other SODIMM I have here, I went and looked, are also 4 gigabyte sticks, so there wouldn't be any improvement there for her. This hard drive could stand to be replaced with a SSD or something, but I have not backed up any of her stuff, so that's something we could do in a future video on cloning Windows drives and moving them over to another device. I think I mentioned I was gonna do that once. People got mad that I never did it. Cloning Windows 10 is actually not that simple. It's kind of protected against doing that. So there's some tricks you have to do to get that to happen. I think it's very indicative of what the average person would be dealing with. They can't just run out and buy a new laptop. They've got to fix what they've got and keep it running. This is kind of like keeping your beater car on the road, right? Duct tape and zip ties is how you keep your car on the road sometimes. So let's go ahead and do this. So we'll just get some down inside there. And I'm leaving the charger port in here because I want to keep it from getting out of alignment. As long as I do all this, while the charger is plugged in, then we know that it's not gonna move. And I'm literally just filling this void with hot glue. This is the J-rigged of all J-rigs right there. And I'm okay with that. This is fine. I think that's gonna work. All right, so here's our test. We have no battery plugged in. It's right here. So we'll know everything's working. If I plug this in, and yay! Who'd have thought hot gluing something in place would work? I like this kind of stuff, I really do. I like taking things that are, I mean, this is the kind of thing that I guarantee you, if you took this to Geek Squad, or I think a lot of mom and pop type places would do this. They would take it apart and fix it. But you went to like Best Buy or any sort of corporation and then ask them to fix this big, oh no. Nope, that's physical damage there. You need a new one. So if you come on over here, we'll show you what we've got on sale. And like I said, I think most people are not in a position to just go out there and start buying new stuff. So that's why I will always be here to show you guys ways to fix it, for at least in this instance, the price of hot glue. And if you guys want to know what hot glue gun I used, it was like 25 bucks. All right, so I got the optical drive to line back up. Here's the purple ribbon cable right there, which I had to make sure I threaded through there as I closed it. And then to get this back in there is pretty simple. You gotta flip that little door back up. Make sure the little side latches are in their spot. Get it in there, just like that. And then push that down, and there it is. If you've got an old piece of equipment like this that you think something's broken or not working on it, try and fix it. Especially if you're like, man, I gotta buy a new one, it's broken. What do you have to lose at that point? If you can't use it anyway because something broke, you might as well at least try and fix it. And what this kind of shows you is that although some of these brands are not the most user-friendly when it comes to servicing, you've got nothing to learn. You got lots of things to learn. Nothing to lose by simply trying this yourself, especially if you're in a position to where you're like, I've got to go out and buy a new one anyway, I'm kind of screwed here. Well, iFixit kit, perfect, right? Boop. There we go. That's so satisfying. It's like ding, 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 ding. All right, I think I've said the same thing enough times now. If you got broken stuff, don't ask if you can send it to me. Just try to fix it yourself, because you could teach a man, or you could fix a man's laptop and they fix that school assignment. But if you teach a man to fix a laptop, you might have just started a new business for him, who knows? If that happened though, then I get a cut. I mean, you know, Actually, no, I don't. That's stupid, right? Do you go back and pay your teachers for teaching you the skills you needed to start your own job where you made $1 million? Well, if you want to be nice, you could go give them a gift or something. But
Where are you going?
if you want to be nice too, you could maybe give me a gift and buy a sweater, because it's fall season and the weather's starting to turn chilly, like today where it's actually raining. And we've got hoodies, we've got zip ups, they're all on the store. And we've actually got some new designs that we're going to be coming out with, where I'm going to be phasing out the old, what are we calling this, the vintage logo. We got some new stuff coming up. So this is your last chance to get these logos. But we've got some new stuff we're adding to the store, some very new high quality hoodies and stuff. So why don't you guys consider maybe supporting by buying some merch? At least, you know, it's better than donating money where you get nothing in return except for these crappy videos. At least you could wear and represent these crappy videos. All right, thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next one.